We are back again, closing in on the end of this series with the Newfie Growlers. Now, of course, talking about it, waiting for roster editing to be finished. We are on the final stages now of my roster editing process. It's going to take roughly a week or so. I think I have 22 AHL teams left to edit. Then I have my test runs to do. So by the end of this month, we will certainly have a new series up and running at the end of this month at the latest right now is the game plan there. So time is running out for the Growlers. Now, obviously we jumped ahead from the re-sign phase to here. We didn't lose anybody, but to just give you a look at what the coaching staff is now, A-plus rated guy Zajac is the head coach of this team, has the best scheme fit at a 74%. So fingers crossed that works out. Here's the thing with the lines. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a glitch with editing the lines this year. So, for example, Gianna, +3, right? Oh, no, just kidding. It's a +1. So at one stage, I thought I had these lines set up as 3 +3s and a +1, but it's completely glitched out for whatever reason. So, and in that situation, for the record, LaRue wasn't here. The lines looked like this. So we had impeccable center depth. But yeah, unfortunately, with this fucking line chemistry being glitched out, I'm not exactly sure, how good this team is. But I am going to leave the lines like this, and we'll just see what the hell happens. We have incredible center depth. Of course, basically every forward still here. I think, did Brennan play with us last year? He did. It was his first season here. He wasn't all that great. But this is the team for the forwards. Defensively, it's looking okay, but there is a big difference here. Raphael Oulet is going to get the opportunity on a +3 with Hugo Laflemme. From there, it's Sauve Bellemare, and of course, the other Sauve is with Leroy. So Stefan Sauve is the one that we're really looking at here still for some development, please. And then, of course, you get down to the goaltending. And I should say, too, Leroy can only really fit in on that third pair. We are going to go to start with Papineau and Bernard Desrosiers, who could maybe improve in the AHL, but we have other people there. Healthy scratch is Yves Castonguay. Same thing. Could potentially improve, but when you see who we have in the AHL, it's a different story. When it comes to the forwards, I mean, obviously there are some dudes who might be able to improve. Cristiano Bales. Crooks is still there. We're taking the strategy of maybe not trying to rush some of these players. Defensively as well, of course, you see it's not much there. But it comes down to the goaltending of Peyton Rafalski and Jerome Traverse, who we picked up in the last draft. Now, initially I thought, let me just sign everybody to get it over with, figuring that at 19, Traverse would still be able to be sent back down to the CHL. That is not the case. So he is going to be in the AHL. So we're not quite rushing him to the show, but he is going to be in a higher situation than maybe he expected. So that's the game plan. We're going to see with these three goaltenders if one of them can carry us. If not, we will dip into the AHL. Jackson Fox, unfortunately, is a scratch because of this. So I don't really know what to do there, where, honestly, we could probably play him over Desrosiers. I guess that was the thought initially once I discovered Traverse. So Jackson Fox is pretty damn good. I don't want to risk the development of Peyton Rafalski. So, oh, no, that's right. Fox we can actually send back down to junior. So I think we're going to do that, not risk him. And in that way, these three are at least getting some proper development, you hope. And maybe these guys as stopgaps will work. Defensively as well, change there. Gord Gerby, I think I'm going to send him back down to junior for one more season. That is the thought of, has rushing players worked for us? It certainly hasn't worked for goaltenders. So we drop Gerby down, give Oulet the chance. Wallet, whatever the hell. Wale, perhaps. Wally, the rapper. There we go. And then forward-wise, again, we're not really missing too much. I did sign Marco Rossi. He was showing up as a 76, but I needed a cap dump, so he was that. But yeah, we're not really missing anybody in terms of who's getting the opportunity here, aside from a slight change to the defense, and, of course, the goaltending carousel as we get our goalie coach. We're pretty much set up as you would expect us to be set up after nearly making the playoffs last season. Time will tell if we're making the right call, though, in terms of just allowing players to stay kind of in the lower levels for the sake of potentially developing. Now, I will say this, I have yet to look at the draft class, but our sights are set much higher than a high draft pick. Top player in the queue is Jacques Below. And he's not available to us. Daniel Phaneuf on the Huskies isn't. Gabriel Estrada is not. We have one player in the first round. It's Kyle Cheng, who honestly looks great and should be available to us no matter where the hell we finish. And then there's also Cameron Fada on Moncton. So we have no pressure at all right now to think that us going for it's going to cost us. We can just see what the hell's going to happen. And if we look here, 84, 82, and a 71, it is down a little bit from where it was last year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But we can still give this a try. So let's see what happens in the season. That's what I wanted. I wanted us to just be able to sim in this episode for the most part. Don't worry about the offseason. Just go for it this year and see what happens. We'll see if this team kind of has the same magic. But we know that we have a bit of renewed life coming up here with, some players where we think, okay, a couple years we might have a shot. We've won 5, make it 6 games in a row to start the month of November. We have been a streaky team for years, and we are a streaky team here. But right now, things are looking good for the Growlers. 13-8-2, and in second place in the division with a game at hand on Buffalo. Let's take a look here. Rayom, just 10 points in 23 games. 16 for Corazzini. Oh, God. Okay, that top line is not working. God, and the overalls fluctuate so much. Moses on 5, Gianna's lights out, Tim Orr is the ultimate setup man. You got Brennan, LaRue still crushing it, Bear May is doing well. Yeah, it's clear at this stage we can't necessarily worry about anything else other than just the best players in the best spots. So Hines is going to get dropped down. Bear May was crushing it. I'm trying to remember exactly what the line combos were last year. But we're going to go with something similar to this. So this fourth line, I know we've been winning, but I think clearly there are changes to be made here. And I just want to make sure that we have the best players in the best situation. So this 10 points for Hannon. Gianna's crushing it. LaRue's crushing it. Honestly, I do wonder if we go with something like this. We don't get any positives, but LaRue, Gianna, Orr could work out pretty well for us. And then Rayom, Corazzini, and Hannon, I like the looks of a lot. We're going to see what happens there. And then defensively, Oulé's not been out of place with Laflemme. Sauve Belmar has been struggling a little bit, but the other pairings have been okay. So we're going to leave that as is. I don't really see any need to change it, although we could keep a +3. Let's leave that for now. Goaltending, Papineau has over a 900. So does Bernard DeRoche. So that's very good news for us. So some adjustments there. And then down in the AHL, Rafalski is a 901. 910 for Jerome Traverse. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come, and we see some good player development. Let's go ahead and move on here another month. We'll probably lose all of our games because I made changes that were clearly for the better. That's how it works. You clearly try to address a negative, and the game's like, oh, well, guess what? Your solution is a negative. 500 hockey right here for the most part. Busy end to the month. And as of January 1st, 2040, we are in a playoff spot at 21, 12, and 4. 46 points. We are right there in the mix. Still way too early to know exactly what's going to happen, though. So Gianna, 42 points. He's incredible. He's only 20 years old, too. You have LaRue, ageless wonder. Tim Orr, 30 points in 37 games. Pure setup, man. 17 points for Rayom. He has really struggled this year. Corazzini hasn't been great. Hannon hasn't been great. Those guys need to step it up. That third line of Brennan, May, and Hines has been very good. At least Brennan and May work very well together. And then Cracknell, Moses, and Thomas has been okay. Hannon's on 17. I don't remember. I swear we had Hines on the second line. Let's go with Rayom, Corazzini, Hines, Brennan, May, Hannon. Defensively, we're still looking okay. Goaltending. All right, Papineau's dropped off a little bit, but they're still both hanging around 900. I don't think we have to make any changes. Let's move on. Let's just keep adjusting to what we're seeing in front of us and see if this is possible. Can the Growlers get back into the playoffs in 2040? decent job here of winning games relatively consistently as we head into the Totally Not All-Star break. 30, 15, and 5 for the Growlers. First place through 50 games. 1 point lead on the Bruins, but we are in first place through 50 games. Oh my goodness. Gianna is unbelievable. 31 goals and 50. 27 assists. LaRue, ageless wonder. Tim Orr has 50. He's over an assist per game. That's insane. Rayom, step it up, buddy. Jesus, you're okay. Corazzini, yeah. And then Jaden Hines, Again, Brennan and May work so well together, but we can just not find an answer for Hannon and Hines right now, and I really don't like it. You got 8 goals for Mauricio Moses. So see, I'm not sold on Hines, Hannon, or that fourth line, but I don't necessarily know how we would adjust it. Durand or Angelides getting an opportunity doesn't seem like the worst idea. Could talk about, Crooks too with the 19 goals. 89 offensive awareness for Todd Thomas, but the shooting and the puck skills suck. Shooting is good for Moses. Puck skills really good for Cracknell. Let's try something here. I don't think that line necessarily needs a sniper. Rayom, you're still good on that side. Moses has crazy good face-offs. I'm afraid to mess with anything with these two. But Moses does have the better face-offs. That's a risk, I know. Big risk. And then Hines, Hannon, and Thomas. Actually, Hannon had the best face-offs there, right? Yeah. Let's try it. I am going to keep messing with things until we find a combination where we have nothing to worry about. As you had Rafalski up to a 76. Let's see what happens. Worst case, we move the lines back. But again, if there are clear weak points, why not try to address them? I know because EA Voodoo is the correct answer, but you get the point. We're still doing pretty well here, though. Said it for years. All we needed was 900 goaltending, and we're okay. Deadline day. Put us as buyers, even though we're totally not going to do anything. Let's get into the right mindset. 37, 18, and 8. As of March 1st, we are in second in the division with 19 games to go. 3 points behind the Bruins, but with a ridiculous gap on Tampa and Buffalo. It would take a catastrophic collapse that could only happen to the Growlers to miss out on the playoffs at this point. 69 points. Very nice for Mason Gianna. LaRue's crushing it. Tim Orr is crushing it. Rayom up to 48 points. Corazzini doing well. I still think we need somebody on that second line. Brennan and Bear May work incredibly well together. And then Hines, Hannon, and Thomas, honestly, not looking that bad. Thomas up to 20 points. I'm not sold on Moses, and I'm not sold on Cracknell. I think for obvious reasons. But Hannon and Hines seem to be a pretty good combination. 17 points, 19 points, 20 points. Well, clearly we have to do something else. So what if we do this? And just give that a try. Try to find some sort of a solution to what the hell we got going on here. Let's just go with that. Defensively, that top pairing is amazing. 70 points for Hugo already. Philippe Sauve slipping up a little bit. Those save percentages are dropping a little bit. I am going to take out Bernard DeRoche. Let's get Castonguay some games. Of course, he was pretty damn good in the playoffs. Let's see what Castonguay can do through this month. We're going to sim halfway through. He'll probably get a game or two if we're lucky, just to see what kind of look he's going to have for us here. Good point streak. We lose it there. 3 straight losses does not help. We're a point back of the Bruins with 12 to go. Let's see, though. 40 wins on the season. Again, so happy with those point totals. Thomas is up, 2-3 points in the 2 weeks. Cracknell, not entirely sure, and then Moses hasn't done much. So Thomas, Cracknell, and Moses, I am really not sure of. Hold on a second. We might have to risk this. Like, they're okay. Let me see. Cracknell. I'm not sold on them because of the positions they've been playing in. Like, they're okay. But just with the pairings that we've been seeing, none of them really fit in. None of them really fit in with that, with the rest of the team. I don't think we want to risk losing any of them to waivers, though. I mean, Moses probably won't get claimed. Thomas might. I'm going to risk Cracknell and Moses. Shout out to that truck. That guy has a tiny penis. Let's send down those two. We'll keep Thomas on the team. I'm going to give Durand and Angelides an opportunity. Indeed, Cracknell made it through waivers, so we're good. And let's see what we can do here. Again, I like these combos that we have. Let's get Angelides in there. And the other option was Durand, who is a low elite. So, we have a +3 on that third line with Angelides. I think that's the clear move to make. And then Thomas, we know really isn't working on that second line. Let's get him back down onto the fourth. And let's see what happens there. So Maurice Durand's going to get a hell of an opportunity here. As is Angelides. Thomas will be back down to the fourth line. And we're going to see what we have. Give it a shot. Why not? What is the worst that could happen? Who am I missing here? It was Cracknell. Jesus, I looked right at him. So Cracknell and Moses, get them onto the team. I am trying to eliminate that -1 and failing spectacularly. There we go. And it's going to give me some special teams bullshit. Why would it not just autofill? My God, game. You are stupendously terrible. There we go. Nope, hold on. We got the 3-on-3 lines we got to fix. Look out. God, it's so stupid. Okay. Too many tweaks? Maybe. But we need to know, as it looks like we're going to be heading into the playoffs, we need to know just exactly who can cut it on this team, and that way we can just take the best of our options. Pittsburgh's a bad team right now. We win 6-3. Top of the division by a point. Vegas, good team. Good run of form. We lose drastically. Vancouver, not a very good team. We lose that one as well. The Bruins regain the top spot. Florida is next. We lose that one as well. Colorado, we win 8-1. Anaheim, we lose. Still technically haven't clinched a playoff spot, but we know we're right there. There it is. Yes! We might not be the number 1 seed. We've choked it away. We're the number 1 team in the Atlantic. We have choked that away against the Bruins. But god damn it, the Growlers are going back. I knew this team could do it. We just missed out last year. And we are back this season. 3 games to go. We beat Montreal. Winnipeg's terrible. We beat them as well. And our final game of the season might just be, and it is, a preview of what we're going to see in the playoffs. It's against Buffalo, and they beat us in the overtime. Not even in a shootout, but 5-4 in overtime. The Newfie Growlers are back. 46 wins, a 102-point season. And now, apparently that's a +5. Now, we get to look at this team and say who should play where. Mason Gianna, 86 points. Incredible. Has gone from third line to first line to third line. Who the hell even knows? But again, he's incredible. LaRue, incredible. Tim Orr, 75 assists. That is clearly the top line heading into the playoffs. 60 points for Rayom with Wes Corazzini. Those two work incredibly well together. Maurice Durand had 6 points in 12 games. Decent shout to be on that second line. Sheldon Brennan was incredible next to Bear May. 6 points in 12 games for Roy Angelides. I think right now we have our team. And then Hines was spectacular next to Aiden Hannon. And Todd Thomas was pretty good too. I think the only suggestion you could make is swap Thomas for Durand. Or maybe, again, give Cracknell the chance. Like I said, Durand had 6 points in 12 games. Thomas had 26 in 82. Cracknell had 23 and 70, so maybe Gail Cracknell deserves that spot. Moses had 20 and 70. Thomas, Moses, or Cracknell, I think, is the decision right now for that fourth line spot. But I think Maurice Durand and Roy Angelides did enough to warrant their stay on this team. And then defensively, plus 21, Raphael Hualitz did incredibly well next to Hugo Laflemme. Stefan Sauve and Belmar looked solid. Philippe Sauve and Leroy left a little bit to be desired, but not a ton. And then goaltending-wise, Papineau at $8.99. Castonguay, no. He cost us some games down the stretch. So clearly, it's Bernard DeRoche and Bernard Papineau. Castonguay is, honestly, let's just move him out of sight, out of mind. Actually, we won't even move him because it might mess with morale. But I think clearly, we have our team aside from that fourth line spot, and I'll leave it up to you guys for what you think. But I think our defense is set. I think our goaltending is set. We were the 7th best team in the league this season, a .374 with the league's 2nd best offense, and a .304 goals against, which was towards the bottom as well, tied with Columbus. The power play at a tremendous 27.3%, top 5 in the league. Our penalty kill at just 77.8%, so we might make some adjustments there. This team looks to be the real deal. 3 80-point scorers on the top line. Tremendous depth scoring. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 20-goal scorers. And one of which, Bear May, is the lone one without any power play time. He is a 5-on-5 phenom. And then defensively, Hugo, 87 points. 3 defensemen with at least 13 goals, which is also incredible. And like I said, I think we know Bernard Papineau is our guy. Bernard DeRoche is there to back him up. Yves Castonguay was not what he was for us in the playoffs. Not even close. So around the league, Marshall Claremont was the top dog goal-scoring king. Alec Pronger and Dennis Rolison. The assist leader was not Tim Orr, unfortunately. Defenseman, though, Hugo Laflemme just won himself a Norris. It's not even close. Oh, yeah. Absolutely just won himself a Norris. And, yeah, all in all, Papineau was up there for winning us goaltender. Save percentage, anything close to a 910. You're doing pretty damn good. So, again, 900 goaltending will do it. We don't have anybody up there for Rookie of the Year, but we don't need to. In the next episode, is it the last dance? The Newfie Growlers make the playoffs and will take on the Buffalo Sabres in round 1. Let me know what you think in regards to who plays where. Of course, as well, we got to pimp it out. If you haven't already checked it out, of course, right here on this channel or on Spotify and on other platforms. Soon again, the Toogies Take podcast is a thing. New episode coming up this upcoming week. And of course, as well, patreon.com/Toogie24. Made some changes there to the tiers. There is a post about it. Hopefully, some of you guys find that interesting. I think we're going to have some pretty cool stuff going on over on patreon.com/Toogie24. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all. And go Growlers.